Expressing your emotions and awakening. I'm Jason at AwakenedEssence.com. This is an interesting topic. Do you express your emotions, or because you are awakened, do you not? And also, when you're learning to practice and learning to hold your awakening, do you express your emotions or not? Because a lot of people have funny ideas about this. So here's the deal. The only thing, the most important thing with emotions is, are you present right now? End of story. How's that? Because if you're present, you're allowing yourself to feel it. If you're present, still in your awakened state, then you are consciously able to choose. Do I express this emotion right now? Or do I just be aware of it, feel it, and maintain whatever's required in the situation in life? Feeling your hands, hearing the birds, feeling your backside, noticing the space inside your body. Do you do just that? Are you able to feel the space and the stillness while the emotion is running? This is the key question. To act it out or not, to express it. And I'm talking, about the fiery emotions, particularly at this point in time, like anger. You're in a situation, anger comes up. Anger is actually a very, very useful emotion. It's quite critical. Because what it tells you is that something needs to move. Something needs to change. Now, the golden question is it something inside of me that needs to change? Or is it something in this environment that needs to change? Being aware of your hands, feeling your backside, noticing your feet. Notice if you can feel the stillness inside your body. How much does it extend outside your body? As you're looking at the screen, can you also see with your peripheral vision your environment? Now, with anger. If there's another person around and it's triggered something, are you aware of why this has come up? Because anger is an emotion of change. It says this has got to move. So you may express anger. The trick is, can you hold the stillness with it? Because if you can, it comes out a lot cleaner. And hopefully it helps it be seen how important it is that something shift there. Noticing your hands and your backside. Some of the most well-known teachers on the planet have no qualms about holding their anger back. I've heard stories. The walls will shake. But generally what you will find with these beings, and I'm talking about some of the top beings incarnated on this planet, is that anger really helps something change. And when it's done, it's finished with. Just like the wind has stopped for the meantime. So you may choose to express it. You may also choose to hold and feel the anger, but not express it. And in certain situations, this is beneficial. The workplace, dealing with customers, If you are able to, again, be aware of your hands, feel your backside, really trigger those responses in regards to anger. Come back to presence. And this will come down to your base of practice and how much of a resource base you've established. Back to your hands, noticing the space. So containing the anger with stillness will give you the insights as to what it's about. You'll be able to, through your practice, do some very quick inquiry. What is it inside of me that is triggered here? What is it I need to look at? What emotions and beliefs and other things are locked in here? And if you can do that, that's awesome. And then later on at home, go into the inquiry process and dig out the beliefs. Feel the emotions that are under anger. Anger's a biggie, because anger is always the lid, it's in the language. You're going to blow your lid. Underneath anger is usually other stuff, typically sadness. Because why does anger arise? Anger tends to arise because something isn't being met. Now, it can start with the basics. We're talking about safety. Sometimes it's really good to yell and get that adrenaline going with anger in situations where literally superhuman strength is required, or it's an emergency, like someone's about to cross the road and you can see a car coming. Let it out. Safety. But the other thing with anger too, it can be at the other extreme. You have some sort of desire, some sort of want that isn't being fulfilled. That can also bring up anger. Back to your backside, noticing the space inside. Hearing the birds, and also hearing the sounds in your own environment. Notice where they're coming from. If you're aware of the full 360 with your hearing, that will help anchor you into the presence, into the stillness. Because that space where all these things are coming from is you. Hearing the sounds. Now with these emotions, with anger, what will happen as you enter the awakened state more is that when they're done, they're done. You don't hang on to it. You don't process it. You're not holding a grudge. As your emotional competency develops, when you're done with that argument, it's finished with. Hopefully the change happens. You forgive yourself. You're not hanging on to, oh, gee, I shouldn't have been angry and stuff like that. If you need to apologize, you will, but you will know. You will be okay with the fact that anger has happened. Something got said, hopefully constructive, useful stuff. And that's a good sign you were present through it. Back to your backside. Noticing the space. What's important too with the anger thing is later is to go back and sit still in meditation and do inquiry and find out what was going on. If this is a repeated problem, a repeated instance, allow yourself to get really clear. What in here is my stuff? What in here is from my past that's coming back to visit me? What in here is a behavior pattern? Because as you dig into that, you'll be able to work out, feel and notice the beliefs and let them go through the inquiry process. And it's not until you unhook those will that anger reduce in that situation moving forward. So do the inquiry, listen to the beliefs, feel the emotions, and allow yourself to sink down underneath. Once you felt that anger, what's the emotions underneath it? And the sun will come out. Feel the sadness, notice all those other patterns. Anger's a good one. That will really give you an indication of your practice levels. How quickly do you kick in? So I'm Jason at AwakenedEssence.com. If you are having a situation where a lot of this is coming up, then you need to really look at it. Please do, because suppressed anger and ongoing anger is really bad for your body. It will impact your health. It will impact your relationships. So if you need to work with this, make contact and let's do some work on it.